What's up, guys? So Triumph gave me this bike. It's a Tiger 800 XCA. We're headed to AltRiders Taste of Dakar. It's a big bike adventure ride. This bike has over 200 chassis and engine refinements, but I'm only here to find out two things. One, is it worth replacing your current Gen 1 or Gen 2 Triumph Tiger with? And two, where does it line itself up with the rest of the adventure bikes? And what does it do really well? And where would you find yourself on it? Let's go find out.
So all we got to do is escape from LA, 350 miles, and get the goal point before dark. Here we go. I don't know if I'll ever get used to this LA traffic, but this lane splitting stuff is awesome.
Yeah, so we've done like 120 some miles on the bike. On road, it's just been really phenomenal, and I don't have anything to really complain about with the bike. And now we're getting a little off-road here out in Mojave. This thing is just, it's rad. It works. I like it. So another thing I might have messed up is I came out here without any water in my Camelback, and I'm not saying it's super dry, but I'm a little thirsty. I don't know, it just feels like this bike is much more than the first gens.
But yeah, this bike's built for some bigger speed, man. It's 100. Say cheese.
Here we are, Death Valley National Park. I think things are gonna get a little twisty up here. So that was like pretty quick. This thing rips on road. Like it's surprising how good it is. I didn't think the 21-inch front would feel that good. Man, them brakes work good. So I just got done blasting that really twisty bit of Death Valley, and I gotta say that the bike is really good. The only thing holding it back is probably those tires. They just need to, if you really want to push hard, you got to just swap them out and get some street tires on there. The Brembo brakes, which are an upgrade from the previous generations, are a major upgrade. There's like no fade at all. Some people might not like the initial feel on the bite. That's subjective, and you can change that with some pads and some brake linings. So do that if you don't like it.
Okay, technically I'm supposed to be on my way to Gold Point, Nevada, but I just kind of can't stop going off track here. So whoever designed this windshield has clearly never ridden off-road, because that's what you hear clicking the whole time. But other than that, this thing's great. I'm also recording with my Senna, who's just a neat angle. I'm still like 45 minutes at a goal point. I'm gonna meet up with the guys. I got some beer and some water. If I don't check back in tonight, then tomorrow we'll just be scouting and pre-running. All right, cool. We made it to goal point with a little bit of daylight to spare.
You guys ready to go riding or what? Always waiting on Jeremy.
I'm so afraid.
So, finally got the bags off the Tiger. We're in goal point now. I spent the night here last night, and we're going to go out and pre-run some of the event stuff for AltRiders Taste of Dakar, and we're going to see how this bike handles. We got a talented, really talented group of riders. Everybody's on their bikes that are all custom, and they got a ton of money into them and suspension, and I'm just out here on this stock bike, so let's see how this bike does.
Do you know where we're going? Okay, me neither. Damn it. A little bit bigger rocks here. This bike is a lot more stable than my roadie. I wish it still had a little bit more rake on there. We'll talk about that later. You know, it makes for quicker turning on asphalt, and that's the trade-off you get with it, but I'm really digging this WP suspension. It's really soaking up a lot that I didn't think it would be. We're moving at a pretty good clip, you know, 50 miles an hour. You know, as far as the sit-down bike goes, this thing is way more stable than any of the other Tigers I've ridden. It definitely wants to be ridden fast and hard. Work a little bit better the harder you push it, which is a good thing, right? Once you start picking up your speed. Uh-oh. That's a little stiffer than I thought it was going to be. Damn, this tree is fucking me up. Whew. I think this is the point where we make a horrible mistake and we can't get out of there. I guess we're going in anyway. That's fine. We're all on it. We're in it. Actually, the trail's a little bit that way. Okay, we'll take our time. Woo! I'm coming. That was easily the gnarliest hill climb I've ever done. You want to pick your line through here. Oh wow, look at that. Horses. You're not going to see that sitting on your couch. Well, I guess we better back off and let them run. This is amazing. Look at that. I think we better back off and let them chill, but I got a good shot of it, dude. That was so cool. You guys are rats. We're regular.
So that wraps up a really great day of pre-riding at AltRiders Taste of Dakar. So I set out for two things with this bike. One, would you replace your first gen or second gen Tiger with this bike? And I gotta say, this bike's greatly improved over the previous generations of it. Sure, the rear passenger foot pegs are still welded on. They're still welded on. Even though they've been crushing people's calves and destroying people, they still weld them on the back. Maybe they'll get around to changing that. But the suspension in this thing's vastly upgraded. You know, with the suspension, it's right on par with the rest of the adventure market as far as travel goes. And the way it's set up, I feel that it's a really good mixture of, you know, on and off-road performance. If you want it to be more off-road, you're gonna have to send the suspension out and maybe get it plushed up a little bit, but it's not a big deal. I would ride that suspension stock for a long time. And then the motor is like perfect. The fueling in it is much better. It stalls a lot less. It's much more easy to ride. I still had a couple low-speed stalls, but that's probably my own fault. I'm a little ham-fisted with the clutch and the gas, and I can work on those things myself. I never had any low spots or dead spots throughout it. If somebody thinks you need a power commander to go get this thing tuned, I would highly recommend you don't, because this thing runs almost perfect. Actually, it does run perfect. The TFT display that's on this bike is really good. Anybody that says that you can't see it in like full sun is like, I can see it. It's perfect. Along with the TFT display, you also get 6 rider modes. Now with those 6 rider modes, you can go in and program each one of them to the way you want it to be, and it saves it. There's a little joystick on the controls. The interface is super easy. You don't have to read a manual. You can get it all worked out, and it's just nice that some of these manufacturers are getting these things figured out. Triumph definitely has that dialed in. The transmission in this bike is way better. This already had one of the slickest transmissions, like basically on the market. Now with the lower first gear, that you can get the clutch out earlier and you can get your hill climbs done, like, it's so much better. I did some hill climbs today that I would have never been able to do on a stock first or second gen Tiger. So if you really like your first gen Tiger, but you think you want to upgrade, this is a very good upgrade. If you have a second gen Tiger and you're looking for, I don't know, to blow some money, yeah, get one. Then the other thing is where's this bike going to like slot itself in with all the other adventure bikes? Well, this is a really great mid-size bike. It's not a full-size bike, it's not a 1000cc bike, it's smaller than all those. And it makes a big difference when you're off-road. It makes it way more comfortable. And then, how is it on-road? It's great, it's phenomenal. You really can't beat it. And then off-road, it's really super capable. You have to ride it a little bit more aggressively, and it's not gonna pick its way through the rocks real slow. You kinda gotta ring it out a little bit. Somebody said it was the YZ125 of Adventure Bikes, and they might be right. You really gotta, you know, ring it out a little bit. So I guess in the end, really, this bike is a fantastic 50-50 bike. It's not going to go out and do Erzberg, but you're not going to shy away from doing gravel roads or adventure rides or, you know, wondering where does that trail go. And going through sand's not that bad, even though the rake angle is still 24 degrees, which is not right. Triumph, it's not too bad as long as you just know how to ride it, which you got to kind of lean back and balance with your feet, and it works. So you just got to learn how to ride your bike. But that's like any adventure bike. So that being said, I just want to say thank you to Triumph for helping me out with a bike so that I could help out AltRider. And, you know, Triumph is a brand it's basically supporting people that ride. And I just want all of you to just support brands that ride. So keep that in mind. Maybe I'll see you guys out next time. I'm tired.
Gotta fix this damn mirror. These fucking mirrors. No sweat. Oh,
Some bikes just don't have the ground cleared. It's just like in New Jersey.
yeah, this is pretty much like the Pine Barrens.
Some great footage, I'm just saying.
That was a workout.
Is that how we're gonna do this today?
That's true. Well, yeah, there always is that guy in the back.
I think Oakleys were a bad choice. See, you know what, we got it.